What do you mean by that?
People dislike me because I am not completely like them.
And in what way are you different?
This influences my thinking and consequently my actions.
What is it you're trying to do with your life?
I am trying to do with my life something which few people try to do. And this influences my thinking and consequently my actions.
Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Big test for the one time. For the one time, for the one time. Test, test. Test, test for the one time. A test, test for the one time. Let's get it done.
Yes,
And what is that?
I am not completely like other people.
What do you mean by that?
People dislike me because I am not completely like them.
And in what way are you different?
For the one time. Oh, the one time. For the one time, time. Welcome, everybody. It's the feedback live stream number 46, and we are getting down. It's a dime a dozen. I don't know what that means, but it's going down. We have 10 submissions right now. Very limited submissions today because it's a very busy day, but we're making sure we get it done. First off, in the submission lane, we have Oddly with Want Me. Check out the cover art here. Pretty cool. But we shall see what the tunes sound like. We're going to be monitoring mixing, mastering, sound design, song arrangement, composition, overall theme, creativity. We're going to check everything out. So let's get it done. Want me? Do you want me?
I can't look
Start the party. Woo. You're tuning into 99.9 The Vibe. Just in, oddly EDM. And we got him on the ones and twos. Shh, bro, those chords, dude. I gotta run back those chords, man. They just feel so like. They remind me of listening to Cushion Orange Juice, Wiz Khalifa mixtape, and feeling those chords like just kind of like retro, old school, dreamy, like super smooth. Like the chords and then the lead on top of the chords, just very nice, very good, very clean. And then the drop in general is good. You know, it's a elongated like type of rhythmic movements, more like sustained and meant to take you on a ride. The fast sections are nice. Like when it gets fast right here. The one thing though is the sub is weak, you know, like the sub frequency should be more intense and more powerful. And it sounds like you're using the sub with the bass that's included with the bass. But really you should EQ the sub out of that and then create a separate sub so that it can be like loud, fat, clean sine wave with that really nice mid-range bassy layer that's really running it right now. So I think that will be an ideal situation. When you listen to this though, you can tell like there can be improvements with the call and response to make it more interesting because it's really sustained and there's really only one little section here at the end which is separating the phrase. So let's check this here. So it's right here actually. Now this should be 4 bars. Yes, so it is 4 bars. And at the end of your 4 bars, this is the variation. And this is basically so the pre-drop ends, kick starts here. So this first downbeat, we can have like a longer fill at the end to make it more interesting, or we can have like a more call and response structure right here. So you can keep it sustained, but like adding just one extra sound, one extra bass to kind of transition this call to this next section. Would add more groove, add more movement, and then you can just sprinkle in different little offbeat basses just to keep people moving more. Because when it's sustained like this, and we've already heard fast motion like that, then it starts to be more predictable, more repetitive. In this first section, when we first hear the fast, it's brand new, it sounds fresh, it's nice, it's clean, compared to when it wasn't in here in the first section. So you're like basically progressing over time, the energy and the sounds, and in the later drops, we want to make sure that there's, you know, more going on, more movement, more groove, more basses. It'll help and get the sub right in both of the drops so that the sub is fat and big. You know, it's like EDM bass music. We got to make sure it's nice. I don't know what tempo you're at. Sounds like feels like 120 or 130 or 115 or something. I don't even know. But you have your kicks on the 2 and the 4. Nice. This is cool. I really like the chords. Just the whole vibes of everything is good. Good piece of art. That's what I like to see. Very nice. Keep it up. Up next, we have an all-time player, Lodian, with Hesitant. The Hesitant Heart. Ah. Ooh. Oh, she's so hesitant with her heart, but you know what? I'm gonna take it. Mm-hmm.
Tell me why I think I could love you.
Yeah?
Don't leave me alone. I think I could love you. Think I could love.
I think I could. I really think I could. I could love you. That's fire. Wow. Oh my god.
I think I could love you.
Love you.
Think I could love you.
Oh god, that feels crazy. Oof. That fade out was nice. That was amazing. Okay, that was absolutely extravagant. It so much artistic creativity. Just your ability to do this is just insane, bro. Like, it's hard to put in words what I feel during these songs because it's so intense and it's so new. You know, like there's like new feelings I haven't felt before. You're taking these frequencies from the universe and putting them in harmony into our soul, and it's like new shit. So, bro, you gotta like really start going hard on your branding, and like you need like 30 to 60 just bangers just ready to go. Like every time, like you should be DJing, you should be going out to all these parties and clubs and DJing, but not just DJing. You're not going to be a DJ. You're like rolling up as an artist, only playing your music when you're DJing. And all the DJs, there'll be like 9 DJs at the party, and they'll be looking at you. They'll be like, oh God, how am I supposed to compete with this? And then that's where you want to be. That's the position we all want to be. And basically, we need to get to the point where we're making art like this at a consistent level, consistent basis, so that we can just keep playing it out. And once people start coming to your shows, once you start selling out shows and you start working your business right, you will be making just a ridiculous amount of money, and you can decide if you want to give half of your money to your booking agents and your managers and every other person that's helping you, or you can decide if you want to start figuring out how to do that stuff yourself and really just start your music business, because this sounds good, man. And every time you submit, it's pretty much like fire. Now your mix downs don't sound muddy anymore, and that was the most important issue. It seems like you've gotten past that. There's very minimal things that need to be fixed here, like super small things, like maybe the levels in the drop are not perfect, but you know, they don't even have to be perfect. Like some of these frequencies sound a little harsh, a little too loud and stuff, but these are things that can be fixed with your EQ very easily. You know, study the Fletcher-Munson curve, study how our ear like perceives sound and perceives frequencies, how our ear picks up on frequencies differently. Like we perceive them at different levels of amplitude. So you'll be able to start to adjust your harsh frequencies with that knowledge and really dive deep into like the final mixing and mastering stages. And the final knowledge is just like the audio engineering knowledge, you know, all that is the stuff I learned in school, and I never would have Googled that stuff, like audio engineering, you know, but you should start and just learn how to mix like the professionals, because as soon as that's done, you're ready to go, man. You got the art. At the beginning though, it sounds like it's the same like, to be honest, it sounds like the same scale. Like, are you using the same scale every single song? Because they all sound very similar. Like the progressions or the notes, relationships and stuff. I don't know. If you are using the same scale, just literally start using every scale you can. Just make it different. Make it feel different. Give new energies, new vibes to us. It will feel good. C sharp minor all the way up to F sharp minor will have like the best sub bass notes, so you should use those scales for sure. And then in the back here, like we heard this vocal so many times by this point, so like these last outros should be like octave lowers, like an octave lower. Just not the whole song, but just the vocal, you know what I mean? And then that would feel so crazy just writing out in the outro. Good job, man. Once again, beautiful. It got me singing in the middle of it, and it got me thinking of, you know, love and girls, and it's very emotional. So that's really good. That'll keep people connected and keep people coming back, undoubtedly. Up next, we have Siege. Siege with Darkness Calls. Is darkness what is being called, or was the calling for the darkness? We shall find out. I hear the cops. Never mind. That's just a sample. Give it up for the one time, for the two time, the siege. Let's go. Let's go. As Darkness Goes by Siege. Check out that album. Check out his name. Look at him. Hi, Siege. I see you. Okay, cool. Darkness Calls by Siege. We get thrown into the guitar. We get thrown into actually helicopter. We get thrown into the chopper, and the sirens come at us. Let's take a quick back into our atmosphere here. Okay, so like, this is a cool idea, but when you do this idea, you want to like think of like how movies would do it, how Foley artists would do it. And if there was a chopper wouldn't be up front and center right next to you. The chopper would be like far away in the sky. So you would use volume to like push it back. You use a stereo image, like move it around, and you can really do amazing things with that chopper. It's way too loud at the beginning. It kind of overtakes the mix when really you could easily just put it in the background, have it blend in with everything, and really add a lot of dynamic to the intro. It would be sick. But the sirens and stuff, those sound good. And then a lot of the vocals that we're hearing through this sound very like I hear them a lot. Like they're from Splice, I think. I cut one of them out here. So like nowadays, all these vocals are being used so much all the time. So you want to try to maybe pitch them down in different ways, add some distortion, maybe like little altar boy voice changing plugins, stuff like that. Do everything you can to try to make the vocal as unique as possible. So multiple tracks in the universe don't have like the same exact vocals, because it starts to sound weird. I'm sure you guys hear the Lays songs and the Resurrect songs, and they're all starting to use the same vocals. It's starting to sound like all the same song. So if you want to be more unique, it will help a lot to get some sick vocals. I record my own. This one's sick. So more like this, but you got to make sure like this is turned up. It's kind of like low volume, almost unintelligible. So just layer it with another version of itself, change it in the stereo field, or add more distortion. And then you can have two different layers, get it louder. And this is important because this is like the pre-drop. The mixing in this is pretty good. Not a lot of mud, but there is a lot of harsh frequencies. If you try to turn it up really loud, then you can start to see like it gets pretty harsh. So you want to use your EQ to turn down harsh frequencies. Like I mentioned in Lodian's song, you could use the Fletcher-Munson curve actually to turn down all the harsh frequencies at one time. Sorry. And that can help too. Because it's hard for me to turn this up. I have to keep turning it down because it's like damaging my hearing so loud. It's -2 LUFS, which is, it's honestly too loud. Usually the loudest songs, like every time I reference a Murata track, he purposely like doesn't go past -3 LUFS. And I'm sure he's doing that on purpose. So I would do the same. And I would only do -3 LUFS if you're making a tearout track. This isn't like tearout. This is like heavy dubstep, heavy rhythm. So this maybe would be like -4, -3.5 type shit. So I would really get your LUFS down while still maintaining that strength and intensity. That's what will really benefit you here. And then like in sections like this, this should be phone filtered rather than you using the phone filter. Just like kind of sprinkle it in right here. So if the phone filter was this, it would add more energy and intensity because this is the buildup. This is the pre-drop. After the pre-drop, then this is supposed to be the drop. But this is a fake out. So this fake out should be amplified with that phone filter in this section. While it's filtered, you can have risers in the background. You can have a washout, washing up. And then we can go into the drop. And we have to like deliver. As soon as it's all faked out, then we go straight into the drop. You know what I'm saying? And get it pumping. Overall, though, good job, man. You are improving significantly. And your shit is getting super heavy. And I'm really liking the energy that you're going towards. I remember meeting you at Lost Land Siege. That was fun, dude. We went hard. Good job. Good job. Good job. Oh, up next is Dreadful with the Saying of Wisdom. Of course. Of course it is. Let's go. Dreadful has been killing it. Let's see if he kills it in this one. of wisdom. That's dreadful. We're saying of wisdom. Naturally, coming in with some crazy vibes, crazy notes being used. I don't know what skill you're in, bro, but it seems like you're breaking those rules, my guy. But nevertheless, we need to talk about your synths. Because I don't know what's going on here. These synths sound like many things. They sound too high pitch. They sound like a timbre is like every instrument has a timbre, right? And this synth's timbre is very odd, and it doesn't fit with all the other things that are going on. I think you're sprinkling it during this section, and you make it fit here. This section's super hard, super dope. But then you start to play the synth more here. And then it's kind of like so powerful and so like just weird and scrunchy that it's really just taking the star of the show, and everything starts to just go into the background and fade away. And it's really, we don't want that. We want the synth to really kind of be in harmony as best as possible, so that everything's sitting together and not competing. Some of the note choices too, like how it's falling down. This sounds super like circusy, super like evil carnival. It sounds very odd. I don't know. I wouldn't be using that stuff in EDM production. I would be using this stuff in like movie scores and stuff like that, or in your intros rather than the drop, because it's just sounding very odd with your basses. Like these keys, super nice, super clean, very dark. Yeah, so I would really just focus less on the synths on top of these basses and start focusing more on the basses themselves, the mid basses. Let those shine through and have those synths really just support the basses rather than control it, because they're really taking too much control. Too much control for the synths, boys. Too much. Overall, though, man, this is a sick piece of art. Very good idea. Very dark. I love these. This reminds me of like an old Eminem song or something. Like some old Dr. Dre beat. It reminds me of like some dark stuff. It's cool. I would also I think this first drop, I think you should do more of this for the first drop as well. It's a nice flow here, man. Nice flow, nice rhythm. All right, cool. Minimal things. Obviously, you sounded dope, sounded good. Very nice to hear. That's dreadful. Saying of wisdom. Up next, we have Tang. With Evol, we have Experimental Tang. Experimental Tang walked into the building. And what did Experimental Tang do? He uploaded a track called Evol, and we're going to listen to it right now for the one time. Yes. Slow Tang just walked in the building. Woo! Oh, heavens. Oh, no. That's dark, boy. Whew. Wowzers. Very nice. Very cool. Mans usually doesn't miss, you know what I'm saying? And this is an example of someone not missing, because it seems like we've slowed it down for the experimental stages and then sped it back up and then slowed it back down. And I believe there's at least three BPM switches going on here. Because that's for sure faster than this. Cool. So this is nice. Now, one thing we need to talk about is your songs being playable, or, you know, if DJs want to play a song and they load up your song on Rekordbox, and Rekordbox is freaking the fuck out because they have 3 different BPMs, usually the DJ doesn't know what to do, and then they either do it wrong or they only play one drop, or there's a lot of different issues that may arise. Some people just throw it out altogether. A lot of the people I know will DJ songs that are easy to mix. You know, back before all this trap music and dubstep, we just had house music, and it's all on the same grid, and it's all easy, and it's kind of like the same technique. We want the songs to be easy to DJ. When Marada was Mastodon, he wasn't technically making his slow songs yet. He was just making 140, 150 bangers so that people can really be playing those motherfuckers out. And then as soon as people were playing them out, they invited him to like Rampage, and he just fucking destroyed everything and killed everyone. And then now he is a top dog, and he can make any BPM, any speed he wants, and it doesn't matter because people will love it and listen. And in his sets, he can do whatever he wants, and it's like complete freedom, right? And that's the goal for us to get there. So this is amazing. Obviously, you're going to be one of those people who can just make whatever they want and make people dance however they want at the club. So be doing this more. Just remember, a majority of your songs should be DJable, playable, same BPM. That is very helpful. I like this. I really do like how you have like the little slow switches in the middle. Where are they? It's crazy how clean the sub is too every time. It's like, it's so cool because you just add like these tiniest, subtlest variations and changes, and you make it work. And it's very interesting to see how you can make it work. And you also do these awesome dynamic shifts. These shifts aren't normal or common. Like, you'll be doing this often. It was like a 1 or 2 bar, just mini fake out little break. And it's really cool to see this stuff. So everything's working well. I would definitely be theming out these tracks though. It's like super empty. Like, it's a dark, cool vibe, but I mean, all the songs nowadays have dark, cool vibes. So you want like the craziest instrument, like a Japanese instrument, distorted, all fucked up, playing some crazy melody to match the darkness, or like some crazy vocal that you extracted from some horror movie. Just crazy stuff that people haven't heard to keep them coming back and make this super unique. Obviously, the drop is unique because it's your sound, but you want to make the whole piece of art very unique. It'll take it to the next level. Good job, dude. Killing it as always, Tang. Just up there, just killing the game. Killing the game. We got Mipsy next with Deep Dub, baby. Test 2. Got Deep Dub, baby, T2. What you know about that? Mipsy up to bat. Will he hit the home run? We shall see about that. Bomb clock. Bad man. Bad.
When we're gone, when the walls come down, hear the call. It's all on you. When we're gone, when the walls come down, hear the call.
Oh.
It's all on you when we're gone.
Let's go.
When the walls come down, hear the call. It's all on you now.
Jesus, Mipsy. Oh. We just go full book. Did you just go full book? Bro. So like There's different types of dubstep, and this is a deep dub, baby. Man, the wubs on this are crazy. Like at the first drop, like it didn't get like super wubby until it got fast. So like the beginning here wasn't really hitting as much as like the rest of the song. Like it gets sick right here when it gets fast. I don't know why, but I guess like since it's the intro, I guess this slow speed just doesn't work right off the rip, because it works at the end, but that's after we have the fast. So I think you should have a little bit of fast, you know, at the beginning, then start slowing it down, just so that we can get the regular timing, you know, of your wubs. I think that will feel natural, and you can keep it fast, keep it all. That's nice. The drums in the build-up at the beginning feel off, and the timing does not seem right, and this fake out timing doesn't seem right either. I think this is like twice, like 2 times too long, so maybe just cut that in half, try that, and then just double check on the build timing of all your drums and stuff. Make it perfect and make it flow well, transition well into your drop. That's super important here. You did it pretty well in this section. Kick is a little loud. You can turn the kick a little down, filter the kick with auto filter, or start to add dynamic movement with some automation there. This is cool. These crazy slow dynamic shifts are intense, and like the people at the festival will be very happy that you are doing this, because they'll be on a lot of different substances, and they'll just be like filling these wubs and dubs, and you'll be taking them to different like sections of the universe with music like this. When we slow down time, like, just think of it, guys. We are masters of time. We play a song at 140, and we have the ability to slow down time to 70 beats per minute. We could even slow it down slower than that. We can double time and half time, you know, as much as we want. They do it in metal a lot, all the time, and we do it in EDM too, and we do that to really get people's consciousness just all fucking intertwined with everything. Keep it up, Mipsy. This is cool. You're making so many different genres, man. I love it. I love to see it, man. You're flexing that musician's bone. Up next, we got the VTAC with Make the Sound. WIP number 7. Number 6. Not number 8. We got number 7. 7 is the best number. This is the one I want. Let's check it out. VTAC. Boom.
It's a boombox, you might get it pretty. You might get the vibe style, you might get it heavy. Hey now, what you gonna do? Hey now, what you gonna do? It's a boombox, you might get it pretty. You might get the vibe style, you might get it heavy. Hey now, what you gonna do?
Hey now, what you gonna do?
It's a boombox, it's a boombox.
Hold on.
It's a boombox, it's a boombox.
Bust.
It's a boom 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 boom. I made the sound go. It's a boombox, you might get it pretty. You might get the vibe style, you might get it heavy. Make a sound. Hey now, what you gonna do? Make a sound.
Hey now, what you gonna do?
Make a sound. Get the sound so heavy, so ready. You might get the sound so heavy, so steady. What you gonna do now? I made the sound. What you gonna do now? I made the sound go. Make a sound boom, make a sound bang. Yeah, me get the sound. Remember where you at? Yeah, we make a sound bomb. Yeah, we get rough. Yeah, we get the sound, get it off like a bomb. I made the sound go. I made the sound go. Make a sound heavy, make a sound go low. I made the sound go. I made the sound. I made the sound go. I made the sound. I made the sound.
I make the sound.
I made the sound, 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 I made the sound go, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Pop out that fizzy bubbly.
I made the sound go, whoa, whoa. I made the sound, whoa.
Fizzy.
I made the sound,
I make the sound.
whoa.
Make the sound roll. Sound. Whoa. Whoa, okay, all right. Got some drum and bass up in here, up in the place. Make the sound whip number 7. So I gotta say, this got me moving, which is the most important thing, right? We're making dance music. Me being able to get into a groove, get into movement, singing it too, really important things that most people don't do. So you have to understand those are important things that you're successfully doing. But then there's other things that we want to look at. So important things are happening that shouldn't be, like the timing of the vocals being off here.
Don't remember where you at, yeah, we make a sound bomb. Yeah, we get rough, yeah, we get the sound.
You guys might not be able to hear it because it's very slight, but once you're listening to the full context and everything before, once you're in perfect timing and then all of a sudden it slightly gets off timing, you can tell. So always make sure you're monitoring and listening in full context. Like we should start listening here to test here, for example. So make sure the timing is perfect on all those vocals, and then in your drop, basically the vocal is the main lead. It's like the star of the show. It's overtaking everything. And that may be the decision that you want to make, but it would be heavier and cooler if the basses were the stars of the show rather than the vocals. And in the drop, rather than letting the vocal play the whole time, you can just have phrases play, or just words, or ad-libs, or maybe chop it up in different ways so that the basses can shine through and we can hear those more and they pop out more. It would help a lot, I think. Plus, the call and response, the overall structure just isn't there. We get thrown straight into the main theme, the main motif here. You kind of want to have a call at the beginning, so like a sick drum and bass, maybe like a neuro bass, raw, and then dun 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 dun. So you go back and forth between two different sounds rather than just go straight into the sound, because it feels unnatural after the pre-drop. Plus, it will start to get very repetitive as the time goes on. So keep those things in mind. It'll help a lot if you practice call and response with your drum and bass. I mean, bro, their call and response is so sick. I was just listening to Camel and Crooked's drum and bass set in Rampage, and it blew my mind. You guys need to watch it. It's absolutely insane. I will put it in the chat right now because it's so sick. But if you guys want to know like what real professionals look like DJing and how your outro should be and how the energy should be, this is everything. And it reminds me of how old EDM used to be and how Skrillex goes. It's just so cool. So check this out. I think you'll like it. And then we'll get into the next dude. All right. Good job, VTech. Up next, we got Go Dubs with the Nosphere to me. Go Dubs edit. Sounds good to me. I do have to pee, though. So give me 1 minute and I will be back for the feedback E. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
And what is that?
I am not completely like other people.
What do you mean by that?
People dislike me because I am not completely like them.
And in what way are you different?
Alright. Alright. We back in it for the winning. Up next, we got Go Does with a nose here. Edit. Let's pop it off.
I wanna get away, yeah. I don't wanna lie to you. In the city, I like the lights are shining through. Baby, would you come and kiss my lips, yeah. Just hold me while I touch your fingertips, So put your hands on top of my hips, yeah, yeah. So come closer to me, babe. So come closer. I wanna get away, yeah. I don't wanna lie to you. In the city, I like the lights are shining through. Oh, baby, won't you come and kiss my lips, yeah. Just hold me while I touch your fingertips, So put your hands on top of my hips, yeah, yeah. So come closer to me, babe. So come closer.
Alright. Well, that's pretty good. This is cool. Cool vibes. I don't remember hearing this song from Nosphere, but this is like some, EDM, EDC, festival vibes. Nice vocals, nice little hip hop. Drums. When we get to the drop, it gets pretty heavy, and the transition that you do from the melodic to the heavy is much appreciated. You did well. And it's this fake out that allows us to transition so well. Although this main melodic synth is a little bit too loud, it's pretty hard to turn this up at full volume and rage to maximum level like I want to, because it's starting to damage my hearing. So you got to make sure that when you're parallel processing or layering and stuff, that's not too loud, not too harsh. We really shouldn't be passing -3 LUFS at all. And halfway through, we also should start to change a little bit the melodic, like the main melody of this set. So going bump, 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 bump. That's basically playing this whole time. So halfway through, then it starts to become like predictable and repetitive. And we don't want that. That means if we can predict what's going to happen next, that means we already know what's going to happen. The energy won't be as high because it's not a surprise. So surprise them with a new rhythm, new movement, new tones, something middle way through the drop so that you can keep this section fresh and not have the energy die down as time progresses. That's important. And this happens in both sections. and both drops, I mean. So yeah, fix that there. Fix the loudness. Very minimal things you would need to do to this song. Overall, very nice. Yeah, good job. I must say, very nice. That sub bass though. Check that sub right there. Sub is nice. Very nice. Good job. Sick. Let's go dubs. No sphere to me. Go dubs edit. And next, we have Hector with Bad Huck and Savrown Gooseberry. Look at this cover art. Naturally, the perfect cover art for Gooseberry. I don't even know what's going on here, really. Clown? Joker? Goose? Top hat? It's very nice. All right, let's get done. This is cool. Gooseberry. Bro, that was pretty crazy. I gotta say, that was pretty fun. It's kind of dope to see. It's like you guys are like handing it off, you know? Going, you can definitely tell that there's 3 different people making this song. I don't know if that's good or bad. It's definitely new and unique, and I thought it was pretty cool while listening to it. It's kind of like 3 DJs handing off, but I don't see that as like being a song, you know? Like, the whole point of a collaboration is to see if you guys can work together, you know, and blend songs together. And this is more like the opposite. So I would try to definitely work together and make one song that's cohesive all together. Because there's 3 different drops, there's 3 different feelings, there's 3 different quality levels, which is pretty annoying. And I don't know if this was the last time I think last time it was the last drop that was at a lower quality than the others. So this may be a repeat pattern. This may be the same person. I don't know who is doing this one, but like this is just very unclean compared to these, and it's very, very loud, and it's just not sounding good. It's kind of a mess, honestly. Like random rhythmic elements, there's not really something to dance to here. It's damaging your hearing. We're hitting -1 LUFS. It's irresponsibly loud. Like super muddy and stuff. It's just odd that you guys are allowing this to happen when you guys have such clean little sections right here. Dude, like, look at the LUF difference. It's -4 LUFS here. Like, I don't see why you would let your song be -4 LUFS in one drop and then -1 LUFS in the other. So you got to be careful. And you got to, like, make sure the drops are the same LUF level. I would just shoot -3 maximum for all of them. And then that'll make it a lot easier because his is sounding a lot more just distorted and messy compared to what we just listened to previously. So check on that. So this is hitting about -2.8 max, -3 average, which is basically the exact level that we want to be at. Like this is the loudest we should be getting at. Sounded very nice, very heavy, clean sub, clean sense sitting on top of the sub. This is super glitchy, super crazy. Dynamics are just insane on this. These are two very unique things here. Last drop is pretty much the only thing that needs to be worked on. I would, once again, I don't know, get with this guy and make sure that you match his drop to the other drops that played previously. And like I mentioned earlier, if you guys want to make like a real piece of art, I would collaborate, like a real collaboration, and you all three work on each drop together. You guys can do 3 separate drops, but you guys should work on each one together because it's not easy to do. And if you guys can somehow make that work, then that will be a new piece of art rather than like this is technically just be 3 separate songs, you know. It's basically what it is right now. So I'll just keep those things in mind. You know, obviously you can break the rules and do whatever you want. I liked how it sounded like you guys are handing it off, but it's just maybe the labels might be looking at it differently. So just test around, see what's good. Very good, very nice. You guys are definitely getting up there with the skill levels. The skills. All right, cool. We got Smileys coming in with DJ Come With a Stinker. Ah. Ah. Stinker. Let's go. Ooh, come with the tune. Huh?
DJ, come with the tune. Come with the tune.
DJ, come with the stinker. Bum, 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 bum. All right, that's Smiley's coming in with DJ Come With A Stinker. Now, this doesn't usually sound like songs that you usually make, to be honest. This sounds very like it sounds like I've heard this before, you know. And technically I have, because the same rhythm tone that you're using has been used so much, and the speeds that you're using have been used so much, and it doesn't really seem too original. Plus, on top of that, the sub for some reason is not as thick as it usually is on your songs. The volume of the sub is pretty low, and it's not like saturated enough like it usually sounds in your tracks. So I really would make sure you get that sub fatter, beefier. One reason the synth does not have as much impact as it should is because there's too much space going on. Like, the amount of reverb that's on the synth is causing it to be spread in the stereo image. We're losing the mono signal. It's starting to fall back into the mix because of this. There's so much space. The reverb is depth. Amplitude, which is volume, is up and down. Panning, which is left and right, is left and right. But then space is like the depth. It's like a 3D sphere of sound that we're hearing. So if you have too much space, then it will just be too spread out in that huge sphere of music. But if you reduce the space, then it becomes tighter, comes closer. If you compare your sub to your main synths, you can start to see there's a big difference in the way they sit in the mix. Like, sub is nice, fat, clear. It's not fat enough, but it is fat. And it's in there, but then our synths are like low volume in the middle and like kind of high volume on the sides. And they seem like there's a little bit too much reverb. So you want to double check on the reverb settings. You want to double check on your decay time on the reverb. Make sure those are tight, not too long. And then do parallel processing to make sure you have a good mono signal with your reverb signal, so that you can get super, super clean results with that sound. And then layer it. You want to basically layer this synth with other new rhythm sounds so that it sounds unique and new and not like our ears have heard it before. You know, I mean, the square wave is used so much and it's been used for so long. So you're going to have to start innovating if you want to really capture people's attention. You've been good. And this vocal too, I mean, maybe pitch it down, stretch it out, do some crazy stuff with it. Maybe make him say stinker. That'd be cool. Good job though. Good job, Smileys. Once again, killing it as usual, as always. Sorry guys, I couldn't do too much. I have to do a lesson right now. These next submissions will be for next week. You guys are awesome as always. Thank you for joining, submitting tracks. You guys are amazing. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Keep it real all day. Stay fresh. Peace. Hey.